This has always got to be the first place that anybody ever starts at. And this is huge for you and for everybody else that's watching.
Tell you what, this guy, I was a bit sceptical, but he's come good on that.
Absolutely bullet straight on your telegraph pole.
I love that.
Welcome back to CARUS Green Golf, mates. Today we've got Nick here for his very first golf lesson.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So, tell me a little bit about your golf, Nick. What are you good at?
Been playing for a few years. I've been good and bad at most things.
Okay.
But things come and go. At the moment, it's probably the mid-irons that I'm struggling with.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So is it strike quality? Is it accuracy? What is it?
Probably just strike quality, consistency, strike quality.
What we want to be able to do is predict where the ball's going before you hit it. So we want predictability rather than consistency. Just to start with, mate, you hit a few. We're going to aim it right to that telegraph pole we can see right down there. When you practice, and this is huge, you've always got to have a target, okay? Because if you don't aim at nothing, you're going to hit that every time. You just hit me a few, and we'll take a look and we'll see what's going on.
Brilliant. Let's go.
So the first question I ask everybody is, what's your process? What are you thinking about when you're standing over that golf ball? What are you thinking about how to create the movement pattern, how you're trying to create the shot that you're trying to hit? What are you thinking about?
More just like the feel of it. I've obviously been looking at YouTube videos, trying to get off the, tips off them, seeing what they suggest. Just kind of the feel, really. The
problem with the YouTube stuff is that a lot of it is contradictory. Yeah. And a lot of it doesn't relate to you, so it's not personal enough. Until somebody tells me the golf swing's not an inclined circle anymore, and I haven't got to hit a round object with a flat surface, the geometry and the physics is always going to be the same, regardless of the person I'm talking to. So all we're thinking about is being really externally focused on what the club head and the club face is doing, and allowing that club face to do the job it was designed to do, which is to get that ball to go pretty much on our telegraph pole on a super predictable basis. Because if we're focused on turning this and moving this and shifting this and all the rest of this, which is far too difficult, so we've got to get you to a point where we really start to get that club back on that ball in a super predictable basis, so the ball pretty much goes in the same place each and every time.
I'd love a bit of that,
You're going to get a lot of that. Okay? When I talk to everybody, you've got to have a concept, you've got to have an idea. My whole deal, for people who've forgotten this, is that's a golf swing. Club swing's on the same line each and every time, face of the club comes back at the bottom in the same place each and every time, with me doing minimal work up the top. Because you're going to be a better player than Liam, set that one up, and I'm going to do the same drill with you that I did with him. Just set up to that one, mate. And whatever you do, don't hit it. Perfect. You ready?
Yep.
Cool. Take your left hand off it. Brilliant. Now I'm going to put my left hand in with your right hand. Wow. Now, what I need you to do is relax that forearm for me, because you're like every other golfer on the planet that thinks the harder they hit it, the further the ball's going to go. It's actually not. So again, where's that club face at the bottom? Aiming straight at target.
Correct.
Perfect. So if you keep your arm nice and relaxed and let me do all the work, where's the ball going to go?
Straight.
Perfect. Because what we're allowing the club to do, is come back to the place it always wants to come back to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
The real secret is they've heard it, they've seen it, but they can't feel it. So for you to feel it and to totally understand what it feels like, is super, super important. So this time, put both hands back on. Brilliant. Now, whatever happens now, don't take your hands off it. So stand up and pop that club up so she's there. So put your elbows against your sides. Perfect. Now, totally relax your arms from there. So golf mates, really pay attention to this bit, because it's not the grip pressure. It's the arm pressure, because what we want is we want your fingers secure on the handle, but your arms relaxed. So what you're doing there, Nick's perfect.
Brilliant.
Because it can't be grip pressure, because if it was grip pressure and your hands were soft, the club would do that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so at that point the club feels super light, and the pressure in your arms is minimal. We're calling that pressure level 1.
Cool.
All the way to horizontal for me. What's happened now?
Feels tighter.
Perfect, and that
up.
thing's got heavier.
Yeah. 100%.
Perfect. Here's the bad news. That's too tight.
Right.
Okay, so if that was pressure level 1, that's pressure level 5, we're going to come back to a 45-degree angle,
Okay.
and that's our pressure level 3. So when you get there, pressure level 3, it's the pressure in your arms, not the pressure in your hands. Does that make sense?
I'm with you. Yeah.
Does that stack up?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now, when you make some big old circles with that club head now, tell me which end of the club can you feel, the head or the handle?
The head.
Perfect. Hold it as tight as you normally hold it.
Oh yeah. That's, feels
All you've
weird
got
now.
is this end.
Yeah.
So if we can only ever feel this end, like I said to Liam and I've said to Pete, we've got no idea what that end's doing. And this has always got to be the first place that anybody ever starts at. Because unless you have an awareness of this, we can't control this at the moment of contact.
That makes, yeah.
Does that stack
That's a
up?
bit of a, that's just clicked, yeah.
We said we wanted predictability of where the ball goes.
Yeah.
So the only way we're going to get those predictable outcomes is having predictable processes or consistent processes. So pressure level 1, yeah, is soft as you can. Pressure level 5 is as tight as you can, and pressure level 3 is somewhere in the middle.
Cool.
What it's got to be, it has to be constant as you go backwards, downwards and forwards. So when it's 1, it's 1 all the way. When it's 5, it's 5 all the way. And when we get to 3, it's 3 all the way.
Cool.
And that's all I want you to do. When you're learning a new skill, try and make it easy for yourself. Always tee it up to start with.
Okay.
When we tee it up, it gives you a sense of certainty, it gives you a sense of belief that you can do it.
Yeah.
If you're trying to hit it off the ground when you're trying to change something, it becomes super difficult.
Well, there's no other variables, is there?
No, so jump in. So the first one
It's a 1.
is as loose and as light as you can get hold of this thing without the club flying out your hands. And all you're focusing on is swinging that club head and keeping the arm pressure at 1 as you go backwards, downwards and forwards. That's all we're interested in. So focus on the head, keep the arm pressure at 1. Good, where's the ball gone?
Yeah, straight.
Pretty reasonably straight.
Yeah.
Cool. Now this time, as tight as you can get hold of it. Somewhere near normal, Nick. Yeah, somewhere like you normally do. So tight as you can, because the tighter you hold it, the further it's going to go, boss, isn't it? So it's come thin off the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, no good to anybody. Right, so this time,
We want the,
figure out where 3 is. So find me one with the arm pressure, not the hand pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah? Feel that?
Yeah.
Perfect. So set it up. Is your arm pressure at 3 at setup, yes or no?
Yes.
Perfect. Good. Let me know, is it constant as you go backwards, downwards and forwards? Where's the ball gone? Oh. And that ball has gone absolutely bullet straight. Yeah, the shot tracer will pick that up and it'll show it's gone bullet straight.
I'll be looking back at that, don't worry.
Absolutely. So what it proves is that the model that we're working on, changing your focus from shoulders and hips and arms and where's my head and where's my left ear and where all this is a bunch of nonsense, to be honest. Because the only thing that understands is what that club face is going to tell it.
Yeah. The body's just going to fall in.
Body's going to follow. Body's going to respond. Yeah? Right, let's do it again.
Rip.
Don't let it go, whatever happens. Good. Cool. Ball's gone dead straight again. And it can't not, because what you're starting to do is you're starting to let the club do the job it wants to do. So as we get that club coming down, that club wants to square itself up. The problem is you interfere with it. So what I'm always trying to do is bring you back to a sense of neutral. You have to find out, through our 2 better questions, is my arm pressure at 3 at setup? And is it the same as I'm going backwards, downwards and forwards?
Yeah.
You're then going to give yourself the highest probability of doing that all the time. Right, let's hit a few. Find me 3. Beautiful. Swing that head, keep the arm pressure the same, backwards, downwards and forwards. Every single time.
That was the best shot yet, wasn't
Absolutely. Because at that point, that was constant.
it? Yeah.
Yeah? Right, try one off the ground. Find me 1 again. We don't need to hit balls at 1, we've just got to find 1.
Yeah.
Find me 5. Find me 3. Remember, it's the arm pressure. I can't stress that enough. It's not the hand pressure. Yeah?
I'm with you.
Set it up. Perfect. Focus on that club head. Keep the arm pressure the same. Where's that ball gone, Nick?
Yeah, straight as you like.
It's actually drawn a little bit, which is what we like. So when you get on the golf course, it's about outcomes. You've got to have a process because your brain won't let you think of nothing. But if all your process is at the moment is, right, what's that doing? And what's my arm pressure feeling like? All of a sudden then you're in great shape.
Love that.
Next little thing, set another one up for me. Question time. When the club's on the ground, how many knuckles can you see on the back of your left hand at address?
2, just about.
2 just about?
Yeah, 1.
I'm thinking 1 there, bud. Yeah, I'm thinking you can see that one.
Yeah,
yeah.
the one's in
and even if we took the Velcro away, yeah, you still couldn't see the second one.
Yeah.
Perfect. So what we can also see is we can see there's a gap on the handle, and we can see a part of your left thumb. See there's a big gap on the handle? We can see part of the left thumb.
Yeah.
So every great player you've ever seen holds the club incredibly well. So the grip and arm pressure will only take you so far. So what we're going to do with the grip position is make it anatomically correct. So just let the club go for a sec, but stay where you are. Right, so if you just tip forwards and let your arms totally relax and your arms hang, perfect. Now when you look down on the back of that left hand there, how many knuckles have you got?
2, definitely, yeah.
Because at that point, this is perfect internal rotation from your shoulder.
Right.
Yeah? So your right palm faces your left leg and your left palm faces your right leg. Perfect. For us to get more sensitivity for the club head, we're going to hold it more in your fingers. And we're also going to change what you do with your grip. We know we can see 2 knuckles when your arm's hanging down.
Yep.
And we know you've got more grip in your fingers. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the club and I'm going to deface your golf equipment. Okay? So we're going to run the club from the base joint of your little finger, following those lines to the first joint of your index finger. Now make me a fist. And we're going to be able to see those 2 knuckles or those 2 red lines on the back of that left hand.
Brilliant.
When your arms hang down, can you see those 2 red lines?
Yeah.
So where you were before, you'd have lost the second red line. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, easily.
Perfect.
Easily. Yeah.
Good. This is going to feel for the next 5 or 10 minutes like you've got 15 fingers and none of them are yours. All right? So we're going to move that, put that club a little more in the fingers.
Yep.
And we're just going to let your hand go to the right. And this left thumb is going to sit just and so touching that pad of your hand.
Right, okay, because before I was like this with it off and...
Totally, so if you get there, we can see straight away we got a gap.
Yeah.
Don't want a gap. Okay, so make sure the club face is good. Now, what you do is, when you put your right hand on it, you interlock it, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, what glove size are you?
Medium, large,
Yeah.
medium.
Your hands are too big to interlock it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you interlock it, what happens, even if the left hand's perfect, and I go to interlock it, see how that club slides into the palm of my hand? Well, I now can't get hold of it. Look how my gaps appear.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so people with really small hands, ladies, you know, or men with glove sizes small or juniors, interlocking, it's their go-to, it's where they go. But we're going to change it for you because everybody's different, from an interlock to an overlap. So we're just going to let that little finger of that right hand sit piggyback. There you go. And then we're going to get the other 3 fingers on the handle. Perfect. Now that is absolutely beautiful because, again, we've lost all the gaps. Yeah, you can't see your left thumb there and you can't see the handle in here looking from a face-on direction. Okay, so once the grip position's in there, you go back and find me 3.
Yeah.
And it's all about the mastery of the process. So go back to 1. Go back to 5, go back to 3, perfect, cool, and then pop the club down as if you're going to hit it. There you go. Now that is absolutely...
Looking good.
Well, it's picture perfect there because it's anatomically correct. Does that make sense?
It does, mate, it does, yeah.
Right, cool. So we're going to reintroduce the T-peg. Make sure the club face is aiming somewhere near your target.
Yep.
We're going to pop the left hand on so it runs from the base joint here to the first joint here.
Yep.
Left thumb's right side of the handle, and you can see those two. From there, we're going to overlap it, not interlock it. Back in your fingers. And that right index finger almost acts as a cradle. Right hand just sits on the top, so that left thumb fits in that little fleshy pad of that right hand. So that's the way to form a perfect grip position.
With you.
Now, as we said, our arm pressure's gone to 17, so we go back 1, 5, 3, and then we're going to hit some little tiny chippy ones, keeping the arm pressure the same. Okay, so we're going to start really small.
Cool.
Okay.
Both knuckles, both red lines.
Perfect.
I'm going to overlap.
Yep. You're going to cover that thumb up.
Try and get them.
Beautiful.
Yeah?
Beautiful.
Winner,
now
winner.
find me the arm pressure. So find me 1, find me 5, find me 3. Perfect. Okay, set it up, little tiny chippy one, keeping the arm pressure the same, backwards, downwards and forwards. Just a little chippy one. Beautiful. There you go. Ball's gone absolutely dead straight where you're aiming.
Yeah, brilliant.
And the strike quality was way better. And again.
Easy, felt easy.
It's simple.
Felt easy.
It's simple, and it's got to be simple, because when it's simple, it's repeatable.
Get that 3.
Good.
Bring it down.
And then keep it constant, backwards, downwards and forwards. Where's that ball gone again?
Nice and straight.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Golf should be simple.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
when you've mastered those two processes, and that would be the same for every club in the bag, except your putter, because obviously putter's a little different. The thing for you at the moment, mate, is to get the idea that you get, right, left hand, and this will be the most valuable training aid that you ever own. Yeah? So 2 knuckles on the back there.
Yeah.
Work it through your fingers there. So take it from an overlap to an interlock with the other 3 fingers on the handle. Cover that lead thumb up. Then find me the arm pressure. Got it? And then all we're going back to is our initial concept. The initial concept of, is my arm pressure at 3 at setup, and does it stay the same all the way through it?
I'm with you.
Let's go.
Right, get that. 2 knuckles showing. Overlap. Fingers on there. Come round. No gap in the grip.
No gap. That's perfect. Because if you
line.
can see gaps, we're in trouble.
Yep. Put the glasses on.
Are we at 3 at setup? Yes.
Yep.
Keep it the same. Swing the head. Just a little 3/4 1. Absolutely bullet straight. Straight on your telegraph pole.
I love that.
And the strike quality's better. And this is the whole point why people go for golf lessons, is we've got to make you better straight away, because if we don't make you better straight away, the information's wrong. See, this is the key, okay? And this is huge for you and for everybody else that's watching. Master your processes.
Yeah.
Because if you go on the range and you hit 3 balls and you try something and it doesn't work, you'll go and try something else. Stick with it. 100%. Mate, that was perfect. The last one you hit was as good as we can hit at this point. But I'm never going to give you any more until you can master those 2 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one thing we don't want to do is overcomplicate it and give you the 17 things to think about when you go for a lesson. I'm going to give you 2. You're going to master 2, and next time when we come back and we get you shooting under 90, yeah, all of a sudden then we'll give you something else for you to master.
That sounds good to me, Simon. That was, yeah, like you say, I think handicap's going to be coming down.
100%.
Love it.